It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Down low. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Golden State. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Here's Porzingis, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Over Moody. Here's Porzingis. Right side Brown. Second chance shot. Yes, it's good.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Moody on the wing. Curry's shot is off.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Pass to Butler. The shot won't fall. Tatum with some nice D. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I asked him about Jimmy Butler and what his defensive scheme is for him, and Coach said to not let him bully us from the interior and mid-range. We want to push him as far out as possible. We have to play tough. Let's see if they're able to accomplish this, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And stolen by Green. And it's Butler with the jam.
You can't give Jimmy Butler that kind of space. He will get above the rim and let you hear about it.
Pass to Holiday. To the middle. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's White. Back to Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Oh, sweet move. And it's Tatum missing.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
To the inside, Butler. Some solid defense from Holiday. Pass to Tatum. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors.
Team foul. Substitution on the
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And it's in there.
Kristaps Porzingis a tough cover. This guy knows he can make threes. Now you get inside the lane and look out.
Here's Curry. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Boston trailing.
Golden State foul.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. And the whistle stops the play here. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. It's his first trip to the line. Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. We want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
50 seconds left in the opening quarter. White with it. Payton covering. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
Curry's shot is off.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Boston pulls it in.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Pass to Porzingis.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics out in front. They lead by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. For 3. Fires in the triple. Holiday's got 5 now. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court. They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Good on the shot.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
And Boston calls time here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Warriors trail by 4. 16 feet out. Again, Golden State.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Tatum from long range. Second chance effort. Pass to Porzingis. The 3. Oh, misses the dunk. Here's Golden State. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Tipped away. Here's Looney. No good. That would have tied it. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as much as 10.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Jackson Davis misses. Boston leading by 4. Outside Porzingis. Pass to White. And here's Tatum. He's defended by Looney. working inside.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior. Yes, sir.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap door?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
And the jumper is good at the free throw line. Curry's got 6.
There's a threat level from every spot on the floor when we're talking Steph Curry. That includes the mid-range.
Lets it fly. That one off the back iron and out. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Now here's Brown. Porzingis misses.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
And that one's good. Green.
The assist.
Well, Draymond Green can dole out as much punishment as he receives, and right there goes into the teeth of the defense.
White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Celtics lead by 6. Pass to Holiday. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
So it's Boston now. Holiday surveying the floor. .29 seconds left in the second period. And he banks in the layup. And now a 10-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
Draymond. Oh, such a force inside.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Curry. Porzingis grabs the board. And so it's Drew Holiday making things happen for Boston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
25.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Warriors trail by 10. Left side Curry. Pass to Green. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
Curry.
Ooh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Horford. No one near him. Horford gets it done inside.
Well, Al Horford just goes about his business, and that's an easy opportunity right there.
Here's Curry. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Here's Hield. Horford pulls it in. And so Horford will bring it up for the Celtics. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Chalk up 2 there. Brown's got 8.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
Here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
And the Warriors miss again. Boston leading by 14. Right side Tatum. Three-pointer. Podziemski grabs the board.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Assisted. Podziemski.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Butler.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Down low. Butler drops it in.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler playing with aggression right now. Boy, if he touches the paint, he is thinking score.
And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
Yeah, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Pass to Brown. On the wing, Holiday. Again, the miss by Boston. Warriors trail by 8. Here's Payton. Ooh, good finish at the rack on the slick feed.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Holiday up top. 10 points for him.
A physical guard who plays with no fear. Holiday doesn't get to the line as often as you think.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 and 5 here.
At the line for your Celtics.
He's perfect from the line this time. And it's the Warriors with the ball. 8-point game. Right side Hield. The 3 from Curry. Boston pulls it in. Pass to Holiday. Outside White. Inside. White gets it to go.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Warriors foul.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
First personal foul. 4th.
That's good from White.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
Here's Curry. And too long on the shot. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Curry. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
From the moment Jason Tatum stepped into this league, he has been a guy who has wanted the burden offensively, and he has delivered.
Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Pritchard. Gets it off. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Boston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead.
52. The Warriors, 44.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston.
Warriors.
They're leading by 8. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And so it's Boston with it. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Just fundamental basketball. Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Here's Curry. Here's Green.
Alo. Efendim Mehmet.
Blocked by Porzingis.
Hiç evdeyim ben şu an.
Moody gets one inside.
Have to love the ball distribution.
Yo ben babamla taşındım ben. Tek başıma kalıyorum. Hastanenin o tarafında ama ben gelirim şey diyorsan yani sıkıntı yok. Bir yerde buluşalım istersen.
Curry no good. Celtics lead by 10. Inside. Porzingis putting the size to work.
Hey uçağa gelirim ya ben istediğim yere gelirim. Ha Uşak mı? Uşak biraz uzak ama gelirim sıkıntı yok. Tamam oldu. Hastanenin neresine? Urjansın oraya. Tamam oldu Tamam oldu abi.
He makes excellent choices with his passes, but again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
You've got to be willing to mix it up on the defensive end, and Jason Tatum gets in the space of the shooter. That's nice.
Beyond the arc. The rebound by Moody. Warriors trail by 12. Pass to Butler. Oh, Butler getting aggressive.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Boston will have it. Here's Pritchard. Back to Porzingis. Outside White. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
A sneaky good scorer. I don't know that you define Derek White as a scorer. He's sort of jack of all trades, but boy, he's cooking right now.
And it's Butler with the jam.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Man, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Back to Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics.
Warriors trail by 10. Looking to end this cold spell. Curry's shot is off. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
On the wing, Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to White. Fires from deep. Here's Tatum. Another shot. Back to Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Holiday with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. And that's a foul. Called on Stephen Curry. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Personal foul.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.